People who take away your happiness, actually they first do one thing. They will reduce you up to their level of understanding. And how do they do that? Well, to my viewers, my name is Michael. I'm so grateful to speak to you also this morning. And in today's video, I just want to share with you something called happiness. I'm giving these life tips just to make sure that we understand ourselves, because when you understand yourself, when you decide to be happy with yourself, when you understand that some people outside there are not actually the problem that you have, the problem that you have is yourself, I think we can improve ourselves. That's what I believe in. That's why I talk about personal self most of the times, because I know when you change, the whole world will change. So when you change, when I change, actually the whole world will have changed, because it's us that makes the world. So before you look anywhere else, let's focus on ourselves, Well, today I want to share with you something called happiness. Did you know that happiness is actually a choice? It is a choice that you make. You either choose to be happy or to be sad or to be unhappy. Did you know that happiness is a choice? Some of us, actually, when we are faced with problems, we tend to look at ourselves. Human beings are designed in a way that whatever happens, we only look at ourselves. We see, why did he speak a bad word to me? But you cannot imagine what caused him to speak that bad word. That's human nature. We are designed to look at ourselves. Why did he hurt me? But you cannot ask yourself, what is it that caused him to hurt me? What did I do to him? A few, 1% of the people ask themselves such a question. And you should understand that your colleagues that hurt you are also human beings like you. They have also hormones that control their body. Our happiness is actually from hormones that are within our body. We have the oxytocin, the dopamine, and the serotonin. When we get positive things, when we interact with our friends, when we get good things, the dopamine level, the dopamine hormone is produced by our brains. Our brains produce dopamine hormone. When the dopamine hormone is produced in our brains, the serotonin level increases. And when the serotonin level increases, automatically oxytocin hormone is produced, and that's responsible for our positive emotions, our positive vibes. The smile that you see on people, it's actually produced from the hormone called oxytocin, and this is actually created by the environment, by the things that we receive, by the people we associate with, by what we put in our brain actually. Because if you think that the situation is affecting you, if you think that the situation is bad, you won't receive this, you'll receive the opposite, you'll be sad. So happiness is actually a choice. When people choose happiness, like for example, you are faced with a certain situation, but you think about, you say, this one won't affect me. Okay, people, we have a misunderstanding, people are gossiping about me, people don't like me, people, all the kinds of things, people, they are mistreating me or anything. It's up to you to say, after all, to meet my concern, they don't concern me. I won't get annoyed and you won't get annoyed. But if you involve yourself, you throw yourself in that, you see, why is he talking about me? For me, I can do this. You are already absorbed by the situation. And automatically, you will be sad. You will be unhappy. Happiness is a choice. When you are focused on being happy, you always look for a way of solving problems. You always look for a way out of your situation. But when you choose the other way, when you choose to be unhappy, of course you'll create more issues, you'll multiply the problem, you'll create trouble to yourself, you'll push yourself to hell. So in whatever condition, always try to figure out yourself to be happy. Because sometimes we are driven by our external, our physical pain. Our physical pains try to actually take away our happiness. And that one sometimes you find we surely don't have control over it. You find someone is sick, you find really it's physical. And this is not the most dangerous pain. The most dangerous pain is the psychological, is the mental pain. Because this is what causes people to commit suicide. This is what causes people to think that there is no reason for living anymore. I have never seen a person who has fallen, maybe who was born in an abnormal way, a person who has fallen in an accident, a person who has been sick and they have cut off the hand, the leg, and feels like, let me commit suicide because I'm tired of this physical pain. I have never had such a person. But there are people who have committed suicide because the husband had to cheat on her, because the wife had to cheat on him. So people commit suicide because, small things that we can decide to live without. We can decide to choose another way. Where we have an alternative, actually, is what we accept to get stuck into. We create our own prison. We have the keys, but we decide to stay there because we have chosen to be sad. So you must choose happiness, because happiness will create for you a way, will create light for you to see the best results, to visualize the best results, or to visualize your future. Happiness is a choice. You either choose to remain there or choose to consider some things irrelevant, some things not up to your standard, some things you neglect them and leave them. People who take away your happiness, actually they first do one thing. They will reduce you up to their level of understanding. And how do they do that? If they try to hurt you, if they try to annoy you, and you also struggle to annoy them back, they have already absorbed you. They have already won you. They have already reduced you to their level of understanding. Just imagine if, someone finds you fighting with a madman. Automatically, when you do the same, you have also been reduced to a level of a mad person. You are like a mad person. If someone comes and abuses you, that you're stupid, that you don't understand, that you don't know something, in any way, the fact that you can retaliate and do the same to that person has already won you, that person has already reduced you to his level of understanding. And automatically that person has to take away your happiness. So that means that there are things that are not yours. There are fights that are not yours. There is a misunderstanding that you don't need to get involved into if you want to maintain your peace. It's not easy for everyone. I know, because myself, I have feelings. Sometimes I'm out of my senses. But it takes someone to give yourself time and actually reason out the benefits that you are going to get from a misunderstanding, the benefits that you are going to get from a fight, and indeed, you will not see them there. But you will still find yourself stuck in the same situation. For what reason? So happiness is a choice. Someone influences you and takes away your happiness because you accept to respond to the same person in the same way. Well, thank you so much for listening to my call tips. I'm so grateful for my subscribers. I'm so grateful for my returning subscribers, those of you who have come to watch this video. All be blessed. And if you have not yet subscribed, kindly click like and subscribe. Turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching and have a nice day. Bye-bye. I would like to hear your comments, your suggestions, and what you feel is right, whether really happiness is not a choice. And you give me your reason. I will be grateful to listen to your comments. Bye-bye.